Good evening. My name is Darla Santianes, and I am presenting on brand relevance. Relevant brands consistently inspire us and move us to action. They make smart, bold moves that amaze customers, push competitors out of consideration, and at times define entirely new categories and markets. They do it while remaining unwaveringly authentic to who they are. Relevance for a brand for a customer occurs when two conditions are met: the perceived need or desire by a customer for a product, category, or subcategory with combination of attributes, an application, a user group, or other distinguishing characteristics. The other is that a brand is considered by that customer to be relevant for the product category or subcategory. There are two additional relevance conditions. One is to make sure that the product category or subcategory associated with the brand becomes or remains relevant. Second is to make sure that the brand is considered by the customers to be an option with respect to a product category and subcategory. For a brand to be considered, it must have both sufficient visibility and performance credibility. To better understand brand relevance and the concept of product categories or subcategories, David Auker's simple model of brand customer interaction involves 5 steps as displayed. If the need or category association is missing, the brand lacks relevance and no differentiation, attitude, or relationship will help. In the next 3 slides, I will discuss the first 3 steps pertaining brand relevance using examples of cars. The first step is where the customer needs to be motivated by a problem, need, or opportunity, such as the need to purchase a car. The key question is, what is the customer's motivation? Step 2 is the customer selects a product category or subcategory that is perceived to be relevant to the problem or opportunity. For example, he or she may decide to buy a luxury sports sedan rather than a sports car or SUV. The key question here is, what is the customer's perception of the product category or subcategory? Step 3 is where the customer needs to determine what brands to consider. Let's say Audi, BMW, Lexus, or Cadillac. A brand is not relevant unless it survives both the second and third stage to join the final consideration set, which is brand preference. The question here is, what brands are relevant to the categories and minimal requirements? As the tools for brand measurement evolve, so must marketers' understanding of what brand measurement includes and how to use that information to create a competitive advantage. By tracking brand specific attributes that reflect strategic positioning, marketers can develop systems that not only tell them when to respond to changes, but also advise them on future strategic directions. Markets today contain emerging and receding product categories and subcategories, making relevance a strategic issue. Coping with a fast changing market with dynamic product categories and subcategories starts with understanding some of the drivers as displayed here. In a time of constant change and heightened customer expectations, the greatest danger facing most brands today is loss of brand relevance. Competitors enter and shake things up. As a result, many businesses struggle to stay relevant, trying to get ahead of competition, adapt fast enough, and maintain their position in the market race. Maintaining brand relevance means maintaining the trust and loyalty of all customers. Brands that commit to being relevant are focused on satisfaction, communication, and value. Oftentimes, most companies are ahead of what their customers might expect and need, willing to rise to the top, taking risks and redefine what they do and or how they do it, all while staying true to who they are as a brand. When we look at strategies to create or maintain relevance, 3 main strategies emerge: trend neglectors, trend responders, and trend drivers. Trend neglectors are companies that operate independent of the market and ultimately fail to maintain relevance. Digital, the microcomputing leader that ignored the advent of the PC, is a great example. They neglected the market, lost relevance, and ultimately failed. On the other hand, trend responders attempt to recognize, evaluate, and capitalize on trends they deem as opportunities. The fast food industry is a great example of a trend responder. McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Wendy's have had to make changes to capitalize on the rather recent demand for healthy fast food by offering a new brand platform. Google is also a great trend responder, building its online dominance with the need to monetize search became apparent. Google took the concept of pay per click to a new level by making it smarter, automated, and more user friendly. Trend drivers are those organizations that actually participate in the creation of a new category or subcategory. They are the innovators and the ones that hit the market at just the right time, and the importance of timing cannot be understated. The firm needs to be either an extremely strong player or have the potential to become one. Stick to your knitting. The former approach of brand strategy basically says to focus on what you do well and strive to improve it over time. Be patient and invest to improve your process and product. The latter, relevance, says to be sensitive to changes in the environment and to have the flexibility to adapt to changing conditions, as shown in this video.
In a 24/7 world of communications, we're bombarded with messages from brands, companies, politicians, nonprofits, and even our own social networks of friends and family. Everyone wants our attention. Billions of dollars are spent each year trying to get us to make choices. Pick this product, apply to this school, shop in my store, join a cause, click on a website. And while all these messages rush past us, whether we realize it or not, we're constantly making choices about what is relevant to us, what will make us behave in a certain way, take action, donate, vote, open our wallets. Unfortunately, many organizations have no idea if they're truly relevant. Their messages may have once sounded like a symphony, but now they're just white noise. Being relevant and staying relevant is the answer. The exciting thing is that the tools are there. We just need to ask our customers what they want and then listen to what they say. Relevance is the key that unlocks real behavior change and allows us to make meaningful connections, long-lasting customer relationships, and profitable businesses.
This quote from Steve Jobs is relevant. Your customers don't care about you. They don't care about your product or service. They care about themselves, their dreams, their goals. Now, they will care much more if you help them reach their goals, and to do that, you must understand their goals as well as their needs and deepest desires. To be relevant is the single greatest determining factor for a brand's long-term success. This concludes my presentation, and thank you for listening.